Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is like a part 2 to my last video where I talked about everything canon in the Walking Dead comic universe. Well, this is everything canon in the Walking Dead TV universe. Now, the last video went on for over like 25 minutes, and I think that's a bit too long, so I'm going to try to get this one done quicker. And without further ado, let's begin. Now, here is the first thing we will talk about, which is the Walking Dead TV series, which is the main storyline of the TV show. This, of course, is an adaptation of the comic book, but the Walking Dead TV show tells the story of Rick Grimes, a police officer who was shot before the apocalypse. He was put into a coma and then he awoke in the apocalypse, and now he is trying to survive in a new world filled with zombies and survivors that are both living, well, not living and dead, because, I've talked about the zombies. Anywho, the survivors could be both good and bad. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, this show, as of this video, has a total of 10 seasons. Season 1 had 6 episodes and came out in 2010. Season 2 had 13 episodes and came out during 2011 and 2012. Season 3 had 16 episodes and came out during 2012 to 2013. Season 4, 16 episodes, 2013 to 2014. Season 5, 16 episodes, 2014 to 2015. Season 6, 16 episodes, 2015 to 2016. Season 7, 16 episodes, 2016 to 2017. Season 8, 16 episodes, 2017 to 2018. Season 9, 16 episodes, noticing a pattern, 2018 to 2019. Season 10, 16 episodes, started in 2019, and we're in 2020 and the season has not finished yet because the finale has been delayed indefinitely because of the coronavirus. And a season 11 has been confirmed, though there is no release date yet. Next up is the companion series for The Walking Dead, which came out in 2015 and is called Fear the Walking Dead. Season 1 had 6 episodes. Season 2, which came out in 2016, had 15 episodes. And Season 3, which came out in 2017, had 16 episodes. Now, after Season 3, they did a big crossover where the show did a bit of a time skip, because Season 1 and 2 and 3 for the most part took place before Season 1 of the main show and during Season 1 of the main show. The Season 3 finale actually took place on the same day as the Season 1 finale of the main show. Now, Season 4 onwards takes place after The Walking Dead Season 8. So yeah, and they brought over a few characters. And Season 4 has 16 episodes and it came out in 2018. Season 5 has 16 episodes and it came out in 2019. Now, Season 6 has been confirmed. There's even a trailer for it. However, filming for the season was put on hold indefinitely because of the coronavirus. However, it still has a planned release date for the summer, although nothing more specific than that. Next up is the new spin-off for The Walking Dead World Beyond, which is going to be a 2-season limited event, with Season 1 being 10 episodes and was meant to come out April 12, 2020, but was delayed indefinitely because of the coronavirus. And Season 2, which I think also has 10 episodes, which will also be the last season, will probably come out next year, but it also depends on how soon, people can get back to filming and how soon Season 1 comes out. So next up is webisodes that are connected to The Walking Dead. Now, the first web series they did for The Walking Dead was called Torn Apart. It was 6 parts. It was released in 2011 and followed a survivor. This woman named Hannah has a ex-husband and 2 kids, a son and a daughter, and the story is basically showing her during the early days and trying to, keep her family safe. Now, I'm not going to get any more spoilery than that because I don't want to spoil any of this stuff for you guys. Now, the second web series, Cold Storage, was 4 parts and came out in 2012. This followed a character called Chase, who found this storage locker, a storage facility, and you're basically seeing, you know, he wants to basically go there for shelter because he's planning on meeting up with his sister so they can head to like the DC area. The Oath, which was the next web series, came out in 2013 and was 3 parts. Now, this storyline is about two characters called Karina. Is it Karina? Yeah. Karina and Paul. And they head to this hospital because Paul is in need of medical supplies. And we see, you know, them at a hospital. Now, I don't want to get any more spoilery than that. Now, next is Red Machete, which was 6 parts and was released between 2017 and 2018. This story tells the tale of the Red Machete, of course, Rick's weapon of choice. During a portion of the TV show, it shows the Red Machete before Rick gets it, while Rick has it, and even after Rick has it. It's a great storyline, and I think he even won an award for like best web series, so that's definitely something to check out. Now, next up is Fear the Walking Dead webisodes. Now, the first one they did was called Flight 462 and had 16 parts. It came out between 2015 and 2016. Now, the reason even though Flight 462 came out before Red Machete, why didn't I say Flight 462 first? Because I want to split the webisodes into Walking Dead related ones and Fear the Walking Dead related ones, just to be a bit more uniformed, I guess. But yeah, Flight 462 tells the story of characters boarding a airplane right at the beginning of the apocalypse and having to deal with basically a walker on a plane. So there you go. The second web series Fear the Walking Dead had was called Passage. It was also 16 parts and was released between 2016 and 2017. It tells the story of two survivors trying to find safety in like a bunker, and that's pretty much the story there. Now, next up is the Althea tapes, which was 6 parts and was released in 2019. This follows the character of Althea, who of course is a really important character in Fear the Walking Dead. She is a journalist that likes getting people's stories, so in this web series you see some of the survivors she's interviewed, and it's definitely a good web series. Definitely check that out. I know a lot of people don't like the newer seasons of Fear, but I would say the Althea tapes is one of the best things to come out of those last few seasons, so definitely check that out. Next up is a podcast series. Now, back in 2016, Fear the Walking Dead did this thing called Fear the Walking Dead Radio Waves Transmissions from the Apocalypse. It was released in 15 parts. Now, you should be able to find it on places where podcasts are played, and it tells the stories of a lot of different survivors, and tells, you know, it's basically like these survivors are either talking to each other or trying to talk to any other survivor that's out there over the radios that they find, and you're basically hearing their stories. So that is what Radio Waves is about. This is actually something I forgot to mention back when I did my last video talking about TV canon, because I didn't even know this thing existed, even though it came out in 2016, because they did not promote this. Like, seriously, it was actually amazing I found out about this. Next up is the Rick Grimes movie trilogy. Now, the movies have not come out yet, but it is planned to have 3 of them. But of course, there is no release date as of yet for the first one. Now, originally they were said to be AMC TV movies, but then later on, Universal, you know, were like, oh, we're going to release them in theaters. And now, because of the coronavirus, it's like now that movies are being released basically like digitally instead of in theaters. Now, the Rick Grimes movie trilogy might not actually get released, you know, in theaters. But in my opinion, and I'll give my little 2 cents here because this is a topic that people were talking about, but the fact that the movie hasn't even filmed yet and probably won't even start filming until this coronavirus shit is done with, chances are by the time this movie is done, Universal will be able to play movies in theaters again. So you know, I think we don't need to worry about the Rick movie not being in theaters. Next up is Walking Dead games. Now, the first one came out in 2012 and it was called The Walking Dead Dead Reckoning. Now, this story is kind of told in a visual novel type way. You should be able to find it on AMC's website. Now, Dead Reckoning is a story that takes place before season 1 of the TV show. It follows Shane, who of course was Rick's partner when they were police officers, and basically shows Shane during the early days of the apocalypse while Rick is in the coma. Yeah, it's definitely something worth checking out because it is really cool. Now, the next thing came out in 2013 and it was called The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. Now, some people that know about this game are probably going, oh god, not this game. Yes, this game got a lot of shit from people. Personally, I really like this game. I think there is a lot good about it. It's not perfect by any fucking stretch of the imagination, but it is a decent enough game, and I personally find it fun. Now, this story tells, basically talks about what, well, not talks about, but it shows you Daryl during his early days in the apocalypse and him trying to meet up with his brother Merle and their early days in the apocalypse. You play as Daryl throughout the whole game. It's told in the gameplay is a first person point of view, and yeah, so it shows you what happens to Daryl and Merle before the events of season 1. So it's definitely worth checking out. This would take place around the same time as Dead Reckoning as well. Now, here's another thing that is possibly canon to the TV universe. There is a game coming out on the VR later on this year. It was meant to come out last year, but it got pushed back to next year, well, or this year. I don't know if it'll get pushed back again, but this game is called The Walking Dead Onslaught. In this game, you're going to be playing as Rick, Daryl, Carol, and Michonne, and it has not been confirmed whether this game is canon or not. But if it is, definitely include this. If it's not, when the game comes out and if it's been confirmed that it's canon or not, I will probably do a video that where I say whether it's canon or not, because again, like the people that work on the game, Servios, they have not confirmed that yet. So the jury's still out when it comes to whether we should consider Onslaught canon. Now, other possibilities, there have been a few rumored things in the world of The Walking Dead, but nothing confirmed yet. There has been talk of an Abraham and Daniel movie, a Negan movie, a Maggie-led limited series, a Michonne-led limited series, a Daryl movie, but again, none of these things have been confirmed, so I'm not going to count them. However, if they do get confirmed, well, then we can almost certainly count them as canon. Now, that is pretty much everything in the TV universe side of things. So, with these videos, if you are into The Walking Dead like I am, and you want to check out everything in the franchise, these videos are here to show you everything you can possibly see, so you can pretty much keep busy while you're waiting on the finale for The Walking Dead Season 10, while you're waiting on World Beyond, while you're waiting on Fear. Here is all the things you possibly could have missed out on, and here is all the stuff you can now possibly see. Now, again, that's why I wanted to keep this as spoiler free as possible, because I don't want to ruin the experience for anyone that wants to check these out. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I think this is more of the length of the video I want it to be, about 15 minutes, so I don't want this video going on too much longer. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, you know, ask them if you want to know anything. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you all for watching. Peace out and goodbye, and stay safe out there during these times.